Kirkland Signature, right? 100% Italian extra virgin olive oil. What I like about this one is that it basically is 100% extra virgin olive oil that I've seen at Costco. This is like a Kirkland brand. Compared to the Italian, right, 100% extra virgin, I kind of like this one better, even though it's a little more expensive. This one I believe is like $14 a liter, but the fact that it's packed in plastic is kind of sketchy to me. What I would rather do is buy the other one, the body one, which comes in a glass bottle. It has the harvest date.
You're looking at the cheapest olive oil you'll see for a long time, and Costco hasn't flipped the tag yet. European droughts have pushed harvest costs up, prices have jumped elsewhere, and yet Kirkland EVOO is still sitting low. That 2-year shelf life isn't a fun fact, it's your timer. Keep watching. I'll show you 12 items hiding in plain sight: olive oil, bacon, salmon, even paper towels, where global pressure is already baked in, just not on the sticker. Stock up now or pay the correction later. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. If a chef pays more for the bland, house, pour than you pay for a green, peppery Kirkland bottle, the math is telling you something. The truth is, Costco's tag is running on old air. Let's start with the core claim. Global olive oil costs surged after drought-hit harvests in the big producing countries.
Costco's doing a good job. I think there were also other tests that were done, like in labs. When you turn it over on this side, you can see it's a product of Italy down there. See that? But what I don't see is I don't see the harvest date. I would like to have seen the harvest date.
Supply got squeezed. Mills paid more. Moving oil got pricier. Yet Kirkland Extra Virgin is still sitting near a pre-spike number. That calm label? It's a snapshot from yesterday's market. Here is the tension. Farmgate prices in Europe climbed hard. Wholesale offers followed. Importers swallowed higher quotes. But your warehouse shelf looks steady, almost bored. The world says surge. The sticker says settle down. That split isn't random, it's a lag. Now the shelf life. Kirkland's EVOO holds 2 years unopened. That isn't trivia. It's a timer. Buying now is like locking a mortgage rate before the hike hits your statement. You take the price that exists today and ride it through the bump that shows up later. Why the lag? Evidence lines up. Reports point to poor yields in key regions after harsh, dry seasons. Fewer olives pressed means less oil to go around. Add higher milling costs, labor, energy, maintenance, and the meter keeps running. Shipping and trucking rates push it further. When the base gets stressed at every step, the final number moves up. Just not everywhere at once. Big buyers don't shop week to week. They lock contracts. That's the shield. Warehouse clubs negotiate long runs and build inventory buffers. Those deals were inked before the squeeze kicked in. So the price you see today reflects an older landscape, not the current storm. It's an artificial calm. It won't last. Here is the real kicker. Scale stretches the cushion. When you can commit to volume, you get favorable terms and longer coverage windows. Costco is good at that. It keeps the tag quiet while the market shouts. But when those contracts roll off and pallets thin out, the update comes fast. The adjustment is often a step, not a creep. Industry chatter tracks with what chefs feel in their invoices. Professionals praise the quality to price of Kirkland's blend and origin standards, but the back-end supply shifted months ago for restaurants. Food service suppliers adjusted earlier because their contracts turn faster and they buy more frequently. If a kitchen is already paying the new normal for house oil, your low retail price is living on borrowed time. Think about how that shelf life timer works for you. 2 years means you can buy a few bottles and use them through the spike without rushing. Store them cool and dark. Keep caps tight. You're not hoarding, you're smoothing the cost curve over a known window. One small action now offsets multiple trips into a higher band later. Broaden the lens and the playbook shows up. Items with long shelf life, steady demand, and bulk formats often sit in the same price lag pocket. Coffee, canned fish, nut butters, rice, even paper goods tied to pulp and freight. Their tags can run on past costs while wholesale quotes already climbed. The longer the contract and the deeper the inventory, the bigger the delay you see on the shelf. So what is the takeaway you can use today? The price is lagging because contracts and inventory were set before the drought crush. The driver is global supply strain, not a store markdown. In some regions, oil prices nearly tripled upstream, which tells you the force behind the eventual move. And yes, other pantry staples show the same lag when they share the same traits: long life, big packs, predictable turnover. You might want to treat this window like a sale with no sign. Buy what you will use within that 2-year clock, then stop. Don't chase more than your kitchen can handle. Freshness still matters, and stale oil is money wasted. Olive oil is the canary. It's just the loud one because the squeeze was so obvious. Now let's move on to the other 11 riders in the delayed wave, from bacon to paper towels, where the tag looks calm and the market does not. A calm shelf tag is not a signal. It is a delay. The real market already moved, and the gap is your window. Olive oil is the loud example, but the pattern runs wider across long life basics. So act like a smart buyer, not a spectator. Stock Kirkland EVOO and the other long life laggers now. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who shops Costco. Today's price is yesterday's weather report. Plan like the storm already landed. Buy what you will use within the shelf life, store it right, and let the correction pass you by.